Is Nadal's tennis dream dead? Goran Ivanisevic has weighed in on Rafael Nadal's possible comeback and whether the Spaniard can continue his rivalry with Novak Djokovic. While some commentators claim Rafael Nadal is uncertain about whether or not he will return to competition, Goran Ivanisevic is already convinced that Rafael Nadal will be a dangerous prospect when he returns to the tennis tour next year. The 37-year-old hasn't played a match since January, and in May, he admitted that next year could be his last on the circuit before retiring. And it could be a difficult farewell tour for Nadal, as pundits believe that the former world number one won't be able to win any titles on his return. But not everyone in the tennis world unites around this pessimistic sentiment. Novak Djokovic's coach, for instance, stated, "I am convinced that Nadal will be good," declaring that the Spaniard would only be making any sort of comeback at all if he was well and truly ready to get back to his best. And on that basis, Ivanisevic looks forward to seeing Djokovic and Nadal rekindle and continue their legendary long-held rivalry for at least another year yet. Jannik Sinner recently announced that he believes Djokovic will be playing for a few more years, after defeating the world number one in the Davis Cup. So age appears to be no barrier for the Serb, who, like the Spaniard, has competed on the professional tennis tour for over 20 years. According to reports, Rafael Nadal's dreams of a farewell season that includes a double visit to Roland Garros hang by a very thin Davis Cup thread. Rafael Nadal's and Carlos Alcaraz's Olympic dreams are also at risk due to the 2023 Davis Cup play requirement. Alcaraz expressed his desire to partner with Nadal at the Olympics, calling it a dream experience. However, both players must appeal to the ITF, submitting a letter via the RTEF, explaining their 2023 Davis Cup absence. Nadal needs a medical report for his injury layoff, while Alcaraz must prove readiness for the cancelled playoff stage. A wildcard granted to Spain adds complexity, potentially saving Nadal's Olympic spot, but complicating matters for Alcaraz. Olympic eligibility rules allow discretion for special circumstances, including injury or illness preventing Davis Cup participation. The ITF can consider prominent players like Nadal, even if they don't meet Davis Cup qualification requirements based on their overall eligibility criteria for the Olympic tennis event. Nadal has been sidelined since he picked up an injury at the Australian Open. After a failed comeback for the 2023 clay season, he shut down his season, and there have been plenty of questions around if and when Nadal would make a comeback after he subsequently underwent arthroscopic hip surgery this June. The 37-year-old has since been back on the practice court, upping the intensity of his preparations and fueling speculation concerning his intentions to return in 2024. While the 22-time Grand Slam champion has downplayed public expectations and admitted that he is unsure how competitive he will be, Ivanisevic believes that Nadal will be dangerous when it comes to his most successful tournament historically, which is the French Open. He would not come back if he did not feel ready, and I am convinced that he will be dangerous in Roland Garros. Ivanisevic's comments come after the Australian Open prematurely announced Nadal's comeback for January. Ivanisevic also seems to believe that the threat from Nadal won't disappear even if his 2024 Australian Open performance proves underwhelming, considering the Spanish Bull's clay court specialism and his tendency to make deep runs in major tournaments when in peak form. He added, "I also agree that this is the best news for world tennis at the moment, if he comes back." But the 2001 Wimbledon champion knew that announcements mean nothing until they come from the mouth of Nadal himself. "All this is good, but we still have to wait for Nadal to say it. Only then can we be sure of a return, and at least for another year, the continuation of the great rivalry," the Croat said. Nadal recently explained why he still couldn't commit to a specific comeback date despite making a return to the practice court, where he has been devoting himself to careful and continuous practice in recent weeks. As Nadal himself put it, "My first realistic option to be back on the professional court would be January in Australia. But right now, I really can't confirm something I don't know," the 92-time title winner said during an event at Madrid's Museo del Traje. "Nothing has changed in the last few weeks except for the fact that I'm training a bit more than before, which is an accomplishment for me and my mental health. I'm on the right path, but I'm in unknown territory because it's an injury I haven't had before. Even so, I'm still looking forward to it. I wish I could know when I'm coming back, but that's not the case. Nadal appears to be handling this sensibly, not putting too much pressure on himself, but leaving the door open to resume his dominance if his physical health permits it. Nonetheless, despite his passion and dedication, the Spaniard's path back to the court has been anything but certain. As the tennis community eagerly awaits his return, Nadal continues his arduous journey of recovery. Months of rehabilitation and hard work have followed as he set his sights on a return to the court. While the injury may have sidelined him, it couldn't diminish the fighting spirit that has defined Nadal's career. He was determined to overcome this setback and make a triumphant return. Nadal's dominance on the clay courts, especially at Roland Garros, is a testament to his incredible talent. Could he make a triumphant return to his favorite Grand Slam event and continue to add to his remarkable haul of 22 Grand Slam titles? The tennis community has rallied behind Nadal, offering him unwavering support, encouragement, and well wishes. From his fellow players to fans worldwide, the outpouring of support has been heartwarming. Nadal's journey is an inspiring one, marked by resilience and determination. Despite the uncertainty, he continues to work tirelessly, raising the intensity in his practice sessions in recent weeks. The tennis world eagerly awaits his return, but there are still many questions surrounding his comeback. First and foremost, when will we see Nadal back on the court? While January in Australia is the target, as Nadal mentioned, it's crucial to remember that injuries are unpredictable. The Spanish sensation wants to return, but he also wants to be certain that he's fully prepared to compete at the highest level. This may mean remaining sidelined until a later moment in the season, or picking a warm-up tournament in which a deep run is relatively feasible compared to facing top 16 or top 32 players too early in the draw. Confidence is even more fragile among elite players attempting a comeback than ever before, and it must be restored carefully, with the journey often being a painstaking one marked by disappointments as well as victories, as we have seen in the careers of such tennis luminaries as Andy Murray, Grigor Dimitrov, and Stan Wawrinka. Nadal's hip surgery was a significant procedure, and his recovery has been thorough and difficult. His team has been working closely with him and liaising carefully with top sports and medical professionals to ensure that he's in the best possible condition when he makes his return. The meticulousness of this process indicates that Nadal is not just aiming for a brief comeback, but is setting his sights on competing at the top once more. Nadal's absence has been felt deeply in the tennis world. His tenacity, sportsmanship, and incredible work ethic have made him not just a great player, but a role model for aspiring athletes. The stories of his epic matches, particularly his numerous victories at the French Open, continue to inspire the next generation of tennis players. One of the most remarkable aspects of Nadal's career is his extraordinary ability to perform on the biggest stages. His mental toughness, physical resilience, and unwavering self-belief have allowed him to shine at Grand Slam events consistently. His incredible record of 22 Grand Slam titles, which includes an astonishing 14 French Open victories, cements his status as one of the all-time greats. And let's not forget the thrilling rivalries that Nadal has been a part of over the years. The battles with Federer and Djokovic in particular have defined an era of tennis. Nadal's fiery competitiveness and fighting spirit have produced some of the sport's most memorable moments. When will we witness the next chapter in these epic rivalries? The prospect of seeing Nadal face off against the younger generation of players is equally tantalizing. Can he maintain his dominance over emerging talents while continuing to challenge the established elite? The upcoming season promises to be an exciting one, with Nadal's potential return adding an extra layer of anticipation. The tennis community eagerly awaits the moment when the Spanish sensation steps onto the court once more. The tennis world will stand by his side throughout this journey, offering unwavering support and encouragement. The anticipation of his return is a unifying force that transcends borders and allegiances. Tennis fans worldwide share a common hope: to witness the return of a legend. In conclusion, Rafael Nadal's tennis dream is far from dead. It's a dream that continues to evolve, to face challenges head-on, and to inspire generations. His journey is a testament to the resilience and determination that define true champions. While the exact date of his return remains uncertain, one thing is clear: When Nadal steps back onto the court, the world will celebrate. The cheers of tennis fans, the excitement of epic matches, and the indomitable spirit of a true legend will once again grace the sport. As we eagerly await the return of Rafael Nadal, we're reminded that in tennis, as in life, challenges are met with unwavering resolve. It's not the absence of challenges that defines us, but our response to them. And if there's one thing we've learned from Nadal's career, it's that he responds to challenges with unparalleled strength and grace. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of tennis. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll keep you updated on all things tennis, so stay tuned for more from Forehand Frenzy. Until next time, keep that forehand strong.